Yes, 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 yes. You made it. You made it to 52. I can't tell you how many people start something and don't finish. So you, my friend, are one of the 1%ers. I cannot thank you enough. The final strategy, as you saw, is be you. Be who you are. Be who you were created to be, and really love yourself. Not arrogance, but pure and genuine love. Love the person, right? Remember the reflection? Love the person you see in the mirror with all of your quirks and your irregularities and your imperfection. Love every single bit of you. And if there is something that you're looking to improve on, then just remember, you can change that. You create your life. You create who you are. You create so much of your results, really all of them. But I want to remind you that it's okay to be different. It's actually, you should embrace it. It's wonderful, because let's face it, when everybody's cookie cutter, not that much fun, right? No, you want to be unique. You want to be different. You want to be your authentic self, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, it doesn't matter. Just be true to you, because the most important relationship you have in your life is the one with yourself. And there are 7 billion people, and maybe even more, on this world. And so I just want to talk to you a little bit, actually 7 billion to, 400 trillion, sorry. And so it is actually, so what was that saying? Oh my gosh. All right. Impossible event science say odds of you being born. Okay. So here we are. I should have looked these over before I started. Population is 7 billion people, but the odds of you being born are 1 in 400 trillion. Wow. And I know I talked about sperm count the other day. And so it's so funny to read this now. And so you truly are a miracle. So just be yourself. Be who you were born to be. You are more likely to be struck by lightning than you were to be born. You're perfectly you, just the way you are. Now, does that give you the right or permission to be mean to people? No, of course not. Does it give you the right or permission to just stay the way you are? No, it doesn't. Because if you're not growing, we all know that phrase, you're dying, right? Keep growing. Be you sounds simple, but it's not easy, is it? No, sometimes we want to conform, right? Remember back in middle school or high school, when peer pressure, you want to be just like everyone else. You want to wear the same things. You want to have the same things. You want to be the same way. Well, as we get older, we realize that life is not middle school. Life is life, and we're all different. We should embrace that. So hopefully you are. And social media does not make this easy. Really, a lot of outside forces are always telling us what we should look like and what we should be doing, eating, being, having, all those things. And I want to give you the permission to not listen to them. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. You know what you need. You know who you are. You know what makes you happy. You know what excites you and energizes you and gets you up in the morning, right? And not only that, but when you're yourself, have you ever been around someone who's just totally different than you? And it just almost in a way gives you permission to be who you are. It's so liberating, in my opinion, when I'm with someone who's so quirky and so different, because you know what? It gives me permission to also be my authentic self. And that's what I love about people who are true to themselves. It's so important. And I encourage you to really figure out who you are and be that person. There are so many notes on the BU. I can't cover everything. And we can always go into a private session if you want to, but I'm going to try to cover as much as I can on this little video here. And so by working on yourself, you are learning how to be true to yourself. You're learning your values, right? And how to live by those values and your priorities. Those are all things that you're working on. And when you are, you're also inspiring others and taking action on their lives, believe it or not, and you're having a positive impact. And all of that starts with you. It truly does. Now, that alone, just by being yourself, will give others the strength, the courage, the inspiration to be themselves. So that's what I was just talking about. So if you have been trying to be someone else, just stop. And I love the story about Oprah Winfrey. I forget who she was trying to act like. I think it was Barbara Walters. But she said something completely wrong. And that's when she realized, like, yo, you know what? Maybe I should stop being Barbara Walters and start being Oprah Winfrey. And her career just completely skyrocketed from there because she was herself and life was so much easier. It's hard to be someone else. I can't even imagine. But I know there are a lot of people who are striving to be someone that they're not. And so I'm telling you right now, eventually that comes back and to bite you in places that you don't want. So just be your authentic, beautiful self. What is it? What does the real you look like? That's what I just wrote down as a question. Who do you want to, what is the person you want to be look like? Because there might be parts of yourself that you're not in love with today, and that's okay. It is okay. You can work on those a little bit at a time to create the person that you do want to be by making small changes, that 1% every day, 1% of your thoughts, right? They change how you feel and what you do and the results you get. Remember that combination. It truly does start with there, but you have to know who is the person that you want to be and who are you right now, and close that gap every single day. Just start taking action towards where you want to go. Create it. It frustrated me to watch people put so when I was a court reporter, I used to see a lot of women and men. They would put their spouses into a box of what they wanted them to look like. Impossible. You cannot create someone else. I know it's hard, right? You sometimes want to, what's good for someone else, and you want to fix them, or what they should do when you see someone self-sabotaging in a variety of ways. It could be overeating, over drinking, whatever, drugs. It could be a whole myriad of things. But I want to remind you that you can only create you. You cannot create everybody else. You can help them, guide them, show them the model, but you can't actually change them. Everyone, okay. Everyone has their own personal reality, which is their personality, and it makes you unique. And I absolutely love that about you and everybody else, is that's what makes this world go round, right? All the differences, and it's so beautiful. And you can't change others, but you can change yourself and the way you react. Your emotions, right? Your reactions, your just everything, your feelings, right? Your thoughts. Those are things that you can control. There was a lot of writing on here. Wow. So I had a lot of notes to cover for the BU. I'm so happy. And so I will go over in another video. I'm going to do a summary video, and we're going to go through all 52 really quick. And that way you have it for a daily reminder, and focus on whatever it is that you are working on, that you need help with. Because these strategies, although you can apply all 52 in a day very easily, it really does make a difference if you focus on one and try to master it every day. Just keep focusing on that and getting better at that one strategy, and then you can apply the others. And so hopefully you've applied all these, or most of them, or at least some of them, and at least the top three: the gratitude, believe, and love. Those three are super important, but they really don't have the same kind of effect if you're not exercising, getting your rest, eating well, and being yourself. So I kind of did the core ones at the beginning and at the end and filled everything in, but all the stuff in the middle makes a huge difference too, right? Taking the action, the thoughts, they all matter. And so it's really a personal decision on what you need to work on, because everyone is different. And so I can't tell you, work on strategy 18 to learn more than strategy 32 to be practice patience with yourself and others. It depends. I know patience is something that I have struggled with. So that would be one I would need to work on more. We're learning. As a court reporter, I have learned my entire life. And so that is an easy one for me. I automatically put on an audiobook when I get in the car, but maybe you don't. Maybe you don't learn every day. Maybe you don't make that a priority. You don't put that on your calendar. And so that one would be a strategy that you'd have to implement in small doses over and over and over again and keep it consistent. And so then when you're going out for a walk, you don't even think about it. You automatically put on your audiobook or a podcast and you put in your AirPod and you start walking. Whatever your needs are, or what the strategy is that you're going to focus on. But the most important, they're all super important. And I say this, I know, on everyone. The most important is to be yourself and know you can create the life that you want. I used to tell myself it was for someone else. It's not, it's for you. And God wants you to live abundantly. And so do I. So if you need help, please let me know. I'm here for you, but I want to congratulate you. Congratulations. I am so proud of you for putting in the work, for putting in the time, for putting the emotions out there, making yourself vulnerable with yourself. Because sometimes that's the hardest thing, is to just be honest and vulnerable with yourself and looking at the areas that you do need to work on, identifying them and making small changes. And I encourage you to do just that. It's okay if you fall off the wagon. We all do. I'm not perfect. I don't practice and have each one of these strategies mastered every day, all year long. I go over these cards every single day, because there's always something that I'm working on. There's always something that I fell back a little bit on that I should have done the day before. And so I'm aware of that. I'm mindful of it. And I go over that every day and I write it down and I remind myself that I'm human. I'm human too. And so are you. And it's okay if you fall back sometimes. You fall off the wagon, maybe 5 or 6 strategies I had not done as well as I used to. And then I know I need to pick back up and focus on those to bring those back into my routines, back into my mindset, back into my words, my actions, my heart. So I encourage you to be you today and every day. Be you. So much love to you, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you for watching. This is Liz Soroyce with 52 CEOs, and I hope you have gotten absolutely more value than you ever anticipated by going through these strategies. Thank you so much.